never had a girl like you. When we locked eyes, when you passed, couldn't look away.
Hey, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know me, my name is Melissa. If you aren't subscribed, welcome. Hopefully by the end of this video that will change and you will decide to press that button down below. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are doing a we're doing a really quick budget with me. I do get paid this week. Sorry guys, this video is going to be a little late. Some things happened in my personal life and don't know if I'm really going to talk about it yet, but yeah, everything got backed up. I spent way too much money. Some of it was, a requirement, and some of it was just, being in my feelings. But either way, we're going to bounce back. We're going to pay the credit cards off. You'll see that in my next video, you'll see that a lot of my sinking funds are completely empty. And that's fine because I have the cash to pay the credit cards back. So whatever. It's not really that fine because I did spend way over budget, but at least I have the cash to back it up. So anyway, let's get into it. So for our paycheck this Friday, we only have one paycheck and that's for my full-time job. I'm not getting paid for my PRN job. First thing we have is our expenses, and I'm going to start with my tithes. For that, we're going to do $352. Next is rent, and we are putting our usual $550. We don't have Verizon in this paycheck, and City Card is paid off. Discover is going to get $1,170. You guys know, if you have been following me, that I am trying to pay off my Discover card by the end of August. We are finally at August. It snuck up on me real quick, but the good thing is that I planned ahead. So we're planning to pay Discover off by the end of August. The last thing I have, or not the last thing, but the next thing I have is car, and we're putting $480. Planet Fitness is going to get $20. I know guys, I know I haven't canceled it yet. I don't know. Amazon is going to get $14. So let's go ahead and total that and see where we are. So our total for expenses is going to be $2,586. Next, we'll move on to our cash envelopes. So groceries is going to get $200, its usual. Miscellaneous will get its usual $80. Gas will get its usual $50. Self-care will get its usual $20. Eat out $50. So I didn't make any huge changes with this. This is pretty much the same, and that'll be $400. Yep. All right. So someone was asking in another video, how do you decide, what to do, where to start, how much to put in your sinking funds, and the step-by-step process, right? So for me, I have a fixed income. I'm salary, so I know how much I get paid every single paycheck, minus minor differences, but usually it's the same. So I know how much I'll get paid. I know what my bills are, so I know what bills are due at certain times of the month, and I decide when I'm going to pay those bills. So for my rent, I split that in half. So I put the first half in the first paycheck and then the second half in the second paycheck, just so that it's not as much money coming out of my paycheck at one time. For tithes, I take a minimum of 10%. You don't have to pay tithes if you don't believe in that. For my car, I know that it's due in the beginning of the month, so I pay that for the first paycheck of the month. For things like insurance or BGE, like my gas and electric, that's due towards the end of the month, so I pay that for the end of the month. Or something, if my bill is due like the first of the month, I will take my last paycheck, which is towards the end of the month, and I'll use it for the next month. So say if I hope I'm not confusing you guys. So say if like my gas and electric bill is due September 1st. I will take my second paycheck of August and pay my gas and electric, because for the first paycheck in August, I might not even have the bill back yet. Like, I might not even have the statement telling me how much I owe. So I'll wait until the second paycheck and pay that for September. I hope that makes sense. So then I go through and see how much money I owe for fixed expenses. These are things that I cannot negotiate. I can't say, okay, well, City Card, the minimum payment is 100, but I'm gonna give you 50. No, like, they have to get their money. It's a requirement. So I budget that out first. Next thing I do is my daily cash envelopes, and these are the envelopes that I carry with me throughout the week. It's for gas, groceries. I can't go without eating. I can't go to work without getting gas. And same thing for eating out. I'm going to eat out, so I might as well budget for it. And self-care is more so for like toothbrushes and toothpaste and soap that I may need. I need those things, so I need to budget for them. Miscellaneous is different things that may come up that I may not have enough money for. So say if I had to drive a long distance and I used my $50 for gas, then I have $80 in miscellaneous that I can also use for gas, right? So then once I have this total, then whatever is left over, I divvy up between my sinking funds. So my sinking funds are more long-term than my daily cash envelopes. And then within sinking funds, I can have, short-term sinking funds, long-term sinking funds. I can have high-priority sinking funds. I can have low-priority sinking funds. It just depends on what's going on in my life and what I need to save for, what I'm anticipating, and things like that. So for my car maintenance, I know that I have a car. I want to maintain my car. At some point, I'm going to need tires. At some point, I'm going to need windshield wipers. At some point, I'm going to want to get my car washed. So I save money towards that. I don't necessarily have an end goal or a time frame where that money needs to be saved by. So I just keep adding money to it. For my license, I am a pharmacist, so I do have to maintain an active pharmacy license by the state board. So I have to make sure that I save money towards it. Those licenses can be around $300 to renew every 2 years. So I want to make sure that I have $300 in my sinking funds for my license by the expiration date of by the renewal date of my license, right? So if I don't have to be licensed until 2023, then I'll save a small amount every paycheck in order to have $300 by 2023. That way 2023 doesn't come up and the license date comes up and I have to take $300 out of one of my paychecks that I didn't budget for. That way I kind of break it up over time. Same thing for the rest of these sinking funds. For gifts, I always want to give people gifts, people's birthdays, events. You get invited to baby showers, weddings, all that. You want to make sure that you can adequately provide a gift for someone. You don't want to shortchange them because you didn't have the money in your paycheck at the time. So you save for gifts in your sinking funds. So once I decide how much money I'm going to put towards each of these sinking funds, then that's when I'll decide like the denominations. If I'm gonna put $20 in gifts, do I want to get a $20 bill or do I want to get 4 5s? If I'm gonna give 3 of my great nieces or something a $5 bill, then I may want to break it up in 5s. But I'll finish that part after I go through my sinking funds. So for my car, I'm gonna be putting $10. License will get $20. Pets will get $15. Household will get $25. Gifts is going to get $20. Hubby will get $10. Vacation is going to get $230 because I have another vacation coming up. I just came off vacation last weekend, so again, I spent money. But that money was budgeted because I had the money in my vacation fund. But I'm also planning on going on an anniversary trip and hopefully Jamaica by the end of the year. So, or not hopefully, I already made my deposit, so I better go. Shopping is not going to get anything. Black Friday or Christmas is going to get $20. YouTube is going to get $5. Medical Medical will get $10. Wilson Babies will get $4. I'm not pregnant, I don't have any babies, but we're saving up for it. Just putting a small amount for right now, and then as time goes on, I'll add more to it. For car registration, we aren't putting anything because we have a pretty good amount. I don't need to get my car registration until I believe next year, so we got some time. Amazon Prime is going to get Amazon Prime is going to get $5. Future Home will get $5. Parents will get $5. Tech will get $5. Dang It will get $5. And Family Fun will get $5 as well. So let's go ahead and total this up and we'll see how much we'll be adding in for this pay period. All right, so the total for our sinking funds is going to be $399. So when I come back for the end of the week for my cash stuffing, I'll be stuffing a total of $799. Now, how I decide, what denominations I'm going to come up with. This is a cash breakdown card. I got this as a freebie from Sam's Crafts and Customs, so definitely check her out. But this is how I determine, what denominations I'm going to take out for each of my sinking funds. And I take this to the bank with me, and then I give this to the cashier or, the associate, and then they give me these denominations. I will show you guys. So this is like my, not cute version of how I determine. So I know that my groceries, all of my cash envelopes that I take with me throughout the week, my daily cash envelopes, all of those, I break them up in half. So I take one half for the first week and the other half for the second week because I am a bi-weekly budgeter. So I know that all of my daily cash envelopes from groceries to self-care need to be able to be split in half. That's why I have 250s, 420s and 210s. These can all be split evenly, so 150, 220s, 110 for the first week, and then the same for the second week. Same thing for miscellaneous. I'm going to take out 80. I know that as I'm spending money, I want to have some larger bills and some smaller bills, but I'm not going to take out like a 50 and a 20 and a 10 because I can't split that up in between 2 weeks. I can't do 40 for 1 week and 40 for the second week. So that's just me, how I do it. And then I also don't want to be in the store giving someone like a $50 bill because, for something that only costs maybe $10 or $5. So I kind of break those up in smaller denominations. For my groceries, I don't go to the grocery store and spend, when I go to the grocery store, I spend a minimum of $50. So I'm fine with getting $50 in bills. And then for my sinking funds, I just do like the largest denomination possible for me. Maybe shopping, maybe gifts, I might want to break those up into smaller bills because I might need to take money out as I spend my sinking funds. So keep in mind, the sinking funds that you spend more often, you may want to have smaller bills because when you're taking money out to maybe put back into the bank or to put back on your credit card if you're a credit card spender, or to just make payments or spend, you want to make sure you're able to make change for those items. If you spent $10 in gifts and you only have a $50 bill, it might be a little difficult. So that's just the thought behind it. So yes, then I go to the bank and then I make my withdrawal. I tell the teller what denominations to give me, and then they hand that to me. Then I count it up, make sure it's appropriate, and then I come back and I cash stuff it for you guys. So that's the step-by-step process. I know someone was asking that, so it's pretty much my process. Like I said, I have an Excel document that I am able to tweak here and there, and it's for the entire year. So I use that from January to December, and I'm able to tweak it as I please. And it also is broken down by each pay period. Even those pay periods where I get an extra paycheck in the month, I break it down for that as well. So today is August 3rd, and I know what I'm going to be putting in my license envelope for November. You know, it's just how I am. I plan ahead, but at the same time, changes happen. If I won some money, or if I ended up with some extra money and I don't need to put as much towards license, I'll tweak that, you know, as time goes on, and I'll decide, you know, if I want to change it. If, you know, an emergency happens and I have to take all that money out and then I, you know, don't have as much to put towards my sinking funds, I'll tweak that as well. So hopefully that was helpful. I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. So maybe this wasn't that quick like I said it would be, but thank you guys so much. Next time we'll see each other, it will be for our cash stuffing. And I am going to show you guys a little sneak peek. But that's all you get. So I told you guys I was getting a custom binder made. It was made with love and care, and it was made by someone I know and trust. So I'm so excited. I know that stuff like this takes precision, and I'm so happy. And it was way better than buying something from like Louis Vuitton because it's made with me in mind. So, and it's a Black-owned company. So 2 kudos for that. But you guys will see more of that binder in my cash stuffing, so make sure you stay tuned. But thank you so much again, and until next time, guys, bye.
I wouldn't say it before, but I'ma say it today. The Lord, I'm blessed you, baby girl. What an angel he made, so bring your heaven right.